Hey guys, welcome in. Today we are taking a deep dive into the new and hopefully improved Trojan offensive line. Major shout out to Jerry Ramirez who actually suggested this video. So thank you for the idea, Jerry. And like I said in yesterday's video, the dead period of the offseason is coming up. So if you have any video ideas for me, just leave them down in the comments. Anything you want to see, all-time USC quarterback rankings, comparisons between old teams, anything. Leave your suggestions down below, and if I decide to make a video on your topic, I will shout you out. So before we get into the offensive line today, guys, if you are enjoying the videos, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for being here, and let's get into it. Okay, so just like the defensive front seven video, I want to take a look at the offensive line from last year, but the line was so ravaged by injuries by the time the bowl game came around that I want to just look at the strongest starting line we had last year. So that would be Bobby Haskins at left tackle, Andrew Voorhees at left guard, Brett Neilon at center, Justin Dietich at right guard, and Jonah Monheim at right tackle. So that's obviously a very strong offensive line. Definitely was not a weakness of the team by any means. However, with the depth, it was not the same story. That was a problem for sure. The offensive line was really banged up at multiple points throughout the year last year, and we saw big time struggles with guys like Gino Quinones in the Arizona State game, Mason Murphy in the UCLA game. So let's fast forward to today and look at where we sit with this group. So my projected offensive line as of today is Michael Tarquin at left tackle, Jarrett Kingston at left guard, Justin Dietich at center, Emmanuel Pregnon at right guard, and Jonah Monheim at right tackle. So just comparing those two lines, while this year's line doesn't have a player as elite as Andrew Voorhees, I do think the line is better overall. It's going to be a much better pass blocking offensive line. It's a much more athletic offensive line. I think this group has a higher overall ceiling than last year's group did. I mean, you look at a guy like Michael Tarquin. Big time Power 5 experience, coming from the SEC, which is the conference for edge rushers and defensive linemen, so he was going up against NFL guys very often. Jarrett Kingston, the Washington State transfer, is an all-conference quality player. He also has the ability to swing over and play tackle in a pinch and play it well. I love seeing Justin Dietich sliding over to center. He's very natural there. He's going to handle bull rushes from the interior much better than Brett Neilon did. He's going to be a big player for us this season. Emmanuel Pregnon is a beast. If you want to hear more about him, I recommend checking out my commitment video I did for him. I talked about his game a little more in depth in that video, but opposing defenders are going to hate seeing him pulling across that line. He's a very good pass blocker as well. I really think he has it in him to take a big step and become an all-American quality player. And Jonah Monheim is one of the more underrated players on the entire team. He didn't allow a sack last year. I mean, he didn't even allow a quarterback hit. He is so sound with everything he does. Just watch him in the Notre Dame game. He was phenomenal in that one. So I love this starting five. This is absolutely going to be one of the top 5 units in the country. They're absolutely contenders for the Joe Moore Award, which is given to the best O-line unit in the country, but that's with a fully healthy line. As we know and saw last year, injuries happen. So let's take a look at some of the depth pieces. And of course, we have to start with true freshman tackle Elijah Page. Guys, I know I've said it a lot on this channel, but Elijah is going to be a star. All-American, first-round pick, all of it. He is so far advanced for his age. He does not look like a true freshman. I mean, watching him, I'm really blown away. He was fantastic in the spring game, and I really think he's ready to contribute in year one. Getting to campus early and participating in spring ball is huge for his development. He will get action this year and could play his way into a starting role as the year goes on. Mason Murphy returns. The UCLA game was a rough one for him, but he did have a great stretch of play just before that. He got a lot of quality reps last year. I think he's a very high ceiling player. All reports from spring ball involving Mason were positive, so excited to see his growth this season. Cooper Lovelace is back as well at the guard spot, Gino Quinones as well, and there's a big group of freshmen who will arrive later in the summer. Tobias Raymond is a 6'7" tackle who has a great frame, a lot of potential there. Alani Noah may be ranked as a 3-star, but this guy looks like a 4 or 5 when you watch him play. 6'4", 320, mauler. Micah Benuelos and Amos Talele are interior guys as well. I love Micah's game. He is just a flat-out monster. I mean, total bully out there on the field. He is so nasty. You will feel him early and often. If you guys haven't seen any of him, you will be shocked by how violent this kid is. He's definitely going to be a fan favorite whenever he gets his shot. So the point is, we have reinforcements coming. But do I think this group is set in stone? No, I don't. I would personally love to see another player with center experience be added to this group. That position is very complex and unique. Having someone who's done at the college level as a depth piece would be massive. Alright, so the hope is obviously that you get a full season's worth of help from your main 5, but we know that isn't going to happen more than likely. So I think it'll be key to get these young guys some reps early on in the year, those first 3 games, especially against San Jose State, Stanford, and Nevada. Let's get Elijah some reps against the live college defense. Just in case you need to break the emergency glass later in the season and throw them in there, they have already seen the real bullets flying at them and won't have that deer in the headlights thing going on when they finally get in there. So to answer Jerry's original question, yes, we are much deeper, and I think we're much more talented along the offensive line as well. And I personally believe that Coach Henson is one of the best offensive line coaches in the country, so I really think we should start getting used to having one of the better units in the country year in, year out. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the offensive line heading into the 2023 season, but I am curious to hear from you guys. Which freshmen are you looking forward to seeing most? Let me know who and why. But having said that, that will do it for me today, guys. If you did enjoy this video, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and if you want to help support the channel in an even bigger way, you can do so over my Patreon for only $1 a month. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. You're all awesome, and as always, take care and fight on.